Hello, dear viewers. My name is Dr. John Mohmad Pandit, Assistant Professor at the Department of English, Institute of Aeronautical Engineering, Hyderabad. Today, in this video lecture, I will deliberate on the most important topic, that is group discussion. Here in this video lecture, we will talk about the definition of group discussion, then prerequisites of group discussion, benefits of group discussion, and at the end we will take silent features of group discussion. Now, what's group discussion? A group discussion is an interactive process. When we say that a group discussion is an interactive process, it means in group discussion there occurs interaction between different persons of a group. In other words, this is interactive process where a group of individuals come together to exchange ideas, opinions, and information on a particular topic. Now, the first part of the definition is that group discussion is an interactive process where a group of individuals come together to exchange their ideas, exchange their opinions, exchange their any information on a particular topic. Therefore, one need to understand that in group discussion, we simply share ideas. We simply share information. And our ultimate aim is to reach to a particular conclusion. That's why we say a group discussion is an interactive process. A process where interaction takes place between different individuals of a group. And in this interaction, each member shares his or her ideas, opinions, or for that matter, simply information on a particular topic. Here, it's a definition given by the Merriam-Webster. A discussion involving a number of people who are connected by some shared activity, interest, or quality. Now again, discussion, it involves a number of people. But this number of people, they are connected by some sheer interest, by some sheer activity. For example, if we take a company who manufactures paints, and the company has recently manufactured new paints. Now they want to have a discussion on new pricing policies of these paints. Here we can say that each member of this group, they are sharing the interest. They have the shared interest, or this is shared activity. That's why a discussion involving a number of people who are connected by some shared activity or shared interest. As I told you, for example, if there is a manufacturing company who manufactures paints, and recently they have manufactured new paints, and now they want to discuss about the pricing policy of these paints. Here, each member of this manufacturing company, they have the share interest, and that share interest is that they want to discuss the new pricing policies of their paints. That's why here each individual, or you can say the people who are involved in group discussion, they are connected by some sheer interest or sheer activity. Or the another one is a group discussion is an exchange of information, facts, ideas, opinions among group members, which facilitates judging the overall personality. Candidates control over communication, team behavior, leadership qualities. Now, here again, it's a discussion uh, is an exchange of information, exchange of facts, exchange of ideas, or you can say exchange of opinions. And this exchange takes place among group of people who had shared interests. And this group discussion, it facilitates judging personality, or it facilitates candidates control or communication, or it facilitates, for example, behavior or some leadership qualities. It means that through the process of discussion, one can vet, or when one can sharpen his personality, one can sharpen his communication skills, one can sharpen or vet his control or language, or one can sharpen his or her leadership qualities. Therefore, it's important, as I told you, that this discussion, it facilitates. It facilitates what? Judging the overall personality. It facilitates candidates' control over communication. It facilitates team behavior, or it facilitates leadership qualities. Now, two things from this definition, we'll learn two things. The first one is a group discussion is an exchange of information, facts, opinions among a group of people who shared same interests, and this discussion ultimately it facilitates uh, one's personality, it facilitates one's control or communication, or for that matter language, or in fact it sharpen on it whet one's personality, that means leadership qualities. And now what are the different prerequisites of group discussion? Here, prior to group discussion, or prior to the commencement of actual group discussion, there are some requirements which we need to fulfill. For example, the first one is topic given by the panelist. Before the commencement of discussion, panelist must give the topic of discussion, or he or she must put forth uh, a topic before the different members of the panel. Of course, this panelist, he or she is also the member of this panel, but it is the panelist who initiates this discussion, who gives the topic of discussion. That's why topic given by the panelists. These are the things which are prior to the commencement of a discussion, which are prior to, or you can say that, which are the important requirements for any discussion. The first and the foremost thing is, here the panelist, he propounds, or he put forth a topic before the participants. And the next one is the planning and preparation. For any fruitful discussion, we need to have a definite planning. We need to have preparation, because otherwise there will be no good conclusion of any discussion. If we attempt any discussion, or if we take part in any discussion, that too without proper planning or without proper preparation, naturally there will be chaos. It will be a failure. There will be no conclusion. There will be no solution to the problem. Therefore, we need to plan before getting engaged in any discussion. We need to have preparation. For example, we need to collect data on the topic of discussion. We need to collect, or we need to collect, for example, numbers, data, figures, so that we can so that we can pronounce, or so that we can give facts or factual information on that particular topic. Therefore, we need to plan, we need to prepare prior to discussion. These are the important things. For example, we need to collect the important information or data, facts, or figures on that particular topic on which we have to have a discussion. Therefore, the planning and preparation, these are important things. The next one is knowledge with self confidence. While participating in a discussion, we need to get knowledge or information about the topic, about the topic, so that we can give a very good opinion, information, idea regarding that topic. Therefore, knowledge with self-confidence. One need to have knowledge, at the same time self-confidence. These are the points which are prerequisites, or which you can say which are very important before the commencement of actual discussion. The next one is communication sequence. For any group discussion, one need to develop communication sequence. One should effectively communicate his or her ideas. And the next one is presentation sequence. Presentation is very important, because at the end of the day, uh, we see how a point of view is presented. Therefore, the presentation is very important. Whatever you are going to say it in a very nice manner. It should be presentable. It should be nice. It should be catchy. It should be attractive. In fact, it should lure everyone's attention. Then the next one is the body language. We need to maintain a good body language. Our gestures, our postures, uh, our facial expressions, they must coordinate with our verbal words. That means there must be a coordination between your body language and your verbal expressions. As we know that these non-verbal cues, They complement our verbal words or the spoken words. Therefore, one need to one need to wet or sharpen the different skills of body language. How to sit, uh, how to talk, uh, how to, for example, keep hands or elbow, for that matter, legs while participating in a discussion, or how to maintain good facial expressions. Because body language is very important. It's the body language or the non-verbal cues that complements our words. Therefore, we should maintain the body language before getting involved in any group discussion. The next one is being calm and cool. Discussion doesn't mean fighting. Discussion doesn't mean a skirmish or the tiff. Discussion means the sharing of ideas. We need to maintain an open posture so that we can get more and more information, more and more ideas, so that we can renew. If there is a need, we can renew our own ideas, our own information. That's why it's very important. One need to be calm, one need to be cool. We should not jump the gun. We should not our discussions or our way of speaking should not be aggressive. We should take each and every word of the participant. We should maintain the decorum of discussion. That we can maintain the decorum of discussion only when we remain calm and cool. The next one is listening skills. It's very important. As it's often said that people listen to reply. But the best thing is that people should listen in order to understand people. Therefore, in any discussion, listening is very important. One should master his listening skills. We should take each and every word of the participant, or we should listen each and every member of the group so that we can get the holistic picture regarding that topic. One need to be a good listener. In any discussion, we need to be a good listeners, effective listeners, because it is the listening, through the process of listening, we come to know about the people, we come to know about their ideas, their feelings, their thoughts, their opinions, or the information. Therefore, listening is very important. And the next one is cooperation. The discussion is all about the cooperation. It's as it's said that one should disagree in a discussion without disagree. That means in discussion one should not fight with other members. We should readily take their opinions, their information, their ideas. And at times we can modify our ideas, we can modify our thoughts if we find it's against, for example, data, or it's against the facts. Therefore, one need to be very cooperative. One need to cooperate. There must be a cooperation among the different members of group discussion. It's only then that they can reach their logical conclusion. If there is an cooperation, if there is a coordination, It's then they can reach to a logical conclusion. These are the things which are prior to any discussion. These are the requirements which are prior to any group discussion. Now, the next one is benefits of group discussion. It's very important for students. The benefits of group discussion: stimulation of thinking in a new way. Actually, group discussion, it stimulates our process of thinking in a new way. It exposes our mind to new ideas or innovative ideas. That's why we say that this group discussion, it stimulates our process of thinking. For example, in group discussion, there are usually, for example, 5 to 15 members. And here we listen each and every member. Here we come to know about different ideas, multiple ideas. Or in other words, we can say that our mind is exposed to multiple ideas. And these multiple ideas, they stimulate our thinking process in a new fashion, in a new manner. That's why it's very important. Expansion of knowledge. As I told you that this group discussion, it helps in expansion of knowledge, because here we come across multiple ideas, multiple perspectives, multiple opinions, and naturally we imbibe these ideas, these thoughts more and more, and therefore a sort of accumulation takes place in our mind, which we call knowledge. Therefore, this group discussion, it helps in the expansion of knowledge, understanding of your strengths and weaknesses. In group discussion, one comes to know about his or her strengths or weaknesses, because here we are monitoring each and every member of this group discussion. Here we look at the good and the bad points of other members, and from these we come to know about our own shortcomings, where I should improve myself. That's why here, understanding your strengths and weaknesses. Here, we come to know about our strengths and our weaknesses. Next one is your true personality is revealed and the qualities of leadership crystallized. In any group discussion, uh, actually, we project our personalities. We make display of our own personality. And here, with the help of this group discussions, one can vet or one can crystallize one's leadership qualities. And the next one is provide chance to grow. These group discussions, they provide chance to grow, because here one gets exposed to many ideas or perspectives. And these group discussions, in fact, they monitor or they give weight to our thinking. That's why it provides chance to grow. Language skills. And the group discussion, this is the most important benefit of group discussion, that in group discussion we we are able to develop our language skills. Because in conversation with others, we learn a lot of syntax, lot of structures, lot of new structures from other people, and then we begin to adopt these structures. That's why, uh, as I told you, that this is interactive process, and in this interaction, one come to know about different structures, different sentences, different phrases, and naturally we adopt these phrases, we adopt these structures in our routine life. That's why these group discussions, they are beneficial for our for the development of language skills. And the next one is academic knowledge. Yes, of course, through this group discussion we come to know more and more about the subject matter. We become a sort of erudite or learned on that subject matter. And the next, as it helps us to develop leadership skills. Now, the next one, the most important one, that is the silent features of group discussion. Now, the first one is strong opinions loosely held. It means the idea strong opinion loosely held is that anyone is allowed to express their opinions, but that the same be open to change their mind if the new data suggests that they might be wrong. Now, this is very important. While appearing in a discussion or while participating in a discussion, one should have this strong opinion, or one should frame strong opinions on the topic. But at the same time, we should hold these strong opinions loosely. Why? Because if we find that our ideas they contradict with new ideas, or they contradict with data or facts or figures or numbers, we should readily change our idea. We should be acceptable to new ideas, new thoughts, new feelings. That's why we say that it is strong opinion loosely held. And the first thing is, we should come prepared in a discussion. We should hold opinions. We should hold some ideas. We should hold information, or we should gather information on the topic. But in the process of discussion, if you find that your ideas or your thoughts they contradict with facts or figures, or they contract with data, you should readily change your ideas. That's why one should be very acceptable while participating in any discussion. The next one, that's why we say the strong opinion lose the held. Why lose the held? Because if we find that our information contradicts with facts or data or figures, we should acknowledge, or we should readily accept new ideas. Next one is disagree without disagree. This is very important one. Participants should express their disagreement to each other in a constructive way. Now, in any discussion, we have right to disagree. In fact, one should disagree if one finds that the opinion or the idea it's against facts, it's against data. One should disagree, but in a very constructive manner. That's why we say disagree without being disagreeable. We can disagree, but in a very constructive manner. To disagree to someone doesn't mean that we should fight with that person. we should quarrel with that person. No, it doesn't mean that. We can disagree, but at the same time, we can develop a good interpersonal relations. Therefore, it's right. One should not be yes man. One should not accept everything readily or blindly. No, we have a right to disagree. If we find that something is against the facts or the data, there we can disagree, but without disagreeable. That means we can disagree without fighting, or we can say, or that means we can disagree that too in a very constructive manner. The next one is seek first to understand and not to be understood. This is the most important one. Again, it comes to our listening skill. It's a natural desire in human beings uh, to understand people or to be understood. That's why it's the very important for any discussion. That is, we need to understand people rather than to be understood. Which means that in discussion process we need to be a good listener. When we will be good listener, it's only then it's only possible that we can understand people. That means here in group discussion we can't trust our opinion or information on any person. We should be great recipiter. We should be receptive. We should receive more and more ideas coming from other participants. Then and there we can understand our participants, and ultimately we can understand the topic. That's why here the most people are prioritized to be understood first before they open their ears to better understand others. This can have a negative impact on the meeting. That sometimes we create a monopoly in a discussion. We continuously speak without giving any opportunity to others to speak. In such discussions naturally turn into failures. Therefore, one should have the zeal and zest of understanding other people. And we can understand other people only when we can be good listeners. Our next point is tackle problems, not people. Here, when people feel that their personal viewpoint is under attack, they often feel hurt, lash out, and attack back. As a result, discussion can become toxic and can quickly grow into conflict. In any group discussion, our aim must be to tackle problem, not people. Group discussion is not about the people. Here, we do not discuss people. In fact, we discuss on a problem. In fact, we discuss a certain problem so that we can overcome that problem, so that we can find a solution and overcome that problem. Here, we should readily accept others' opinions. We should not feel offended if someone contradicts our ideas or if someone contradicts our feelings or opinions. That's why we say when people feel that their personal viewpoint is under attack, they often feel hurt and lash out and attack back. Some people feel that when their ideas or their opinions are rebutted, they find offended, and they quickly give their response. They lash out or they attack back. In this way, discussion turns in toxic one, or it turns into chaos or conflict. Therefore, we should tackle problem, not people. We should discuss problem, not people. We should not offend people or get offended. That's why here in group discussion, it's not good to discuss people. Here, the best thing is to discuss the problem, find out the solution, find out solution, so that we can move in a right direction, or so that uh, a company, or for that matter, can move in a very right direction, and that too with leaps and bounds. The next one is everyone participates and no one dominates. In group discussion, everyone should participate. And at the same time, there should not be the monopoly. That means no one can dominate a group discussion. In this group discussion, everyone has a right to speak. Everyone has a right to put forth his or her ideas, opinions, or thoughts. Therefore, there are always a mix of extrovert and introvert people in a meeting. If you don't pay attention, it can happen that one person starts to completely dominate the discussion. Here, one person should not dominate the discussion. In fact, every person should provide this opportunity to speak. Then we can say that yes, it's a discussion. Next one, ELMO. ELMO stands for enough, let's move on, and can be established as a meeting rule to cut unnecessary discussion. Once stated, anyone in the meeting can say ELMO at any time to indicate that it is the time to move on to the next topic. Sometimes ELMO, it means enough, let's move on. For sometimes, for example, we deviate for our original topic, or we, for example, digress from the original topic, and we begin to discuss something else, or we often take digressions, or we deviate from the original topic. Then anyone from the group can announce or pronounce ELMO, that means enough, let's move on. Yes, come to the main topic. For example, in discussion, we often get uh, deviated from the main idea. In such situations, one can pronounce or one can announce ELMO. That means enough. Let's move on. That means no, come back to your topic, uh, finish your topic, or discuss on the topic so that we can find a solution. Next one is be present or be elsewhere. It means the more people zoom out of a meeting, the quality of meeting and its output will diminish rapidly. Often people do this unconsciously because they feel that the meeting isn't relevant for them. That's very important. In any group meeting or in any group discussion, everyone must be alert. Everyone must be active participant, and no one should dominate, or no one should create a monopoly in discussion. If someone is not interested in discussion, he or she can leave. To maintain the decorum of discussion, everyone should participate, everyone should actually participate in the discussion. The next one, that's why we say be present or be elsewhere. If you are not present, present here means if you are not mentally present in a discussion, it's better to leave the place. It's better to stay away from the discussion, because it tarnishes, it mars the very decorum of a discussion. Next one is share the idea. This ground rule strengthens the importance of being inclusive and making space for others, often quiet and hesitant participants. Now, share the year. Share the year means that we should encourage participants who are shy, or who are very hesitant to speak. We should encourage them to speak. That's why we say share the year. It must be inclusive. It should not be exclusive. That means everyone has a right, or everyone should participate in a discussion. If you find that there's someone is introvert, or someone is too shy, or someone is hesitant to speak, being a good discusser, you should encourage him. You should encourage him or her to participate. Now, the next one, agree to disagree. Agree to disagree highlights that there is always an option to come to an agreement, even though two people or a group disagree with each other. Now, they agree to disagree. Here, it highlights that there is always an option to come to an agreement. That means we should find a common ground in any discussion. At the end of the discussion, we should find a common ground, or we should come to a logical conclusion. Yes, we can disagree. We have right to disagree, but at least there must be some common points upon which we should agree. That's why agree to disagree. Now the next one is 3 into 3 rule. The 3 into 3 rule says that everyone should wait until 3 other people have spoken, or 3 minutes have passed before speaking again. This is the clever rule to create equal participation without directly addressing the problem of a dominant speaker in the group. And now, based on the size of the group, this can also be adjusted to 2 into 2 or 4 into 4 rule. Now, this is the very interesting rule, 3 into 3 rule. It means after every 3 minutes, another participant should speak. Or it also means the second 3 all means that when 3 speakers complete their talk, then another speaker or another participant should speak. That's why we call it 3 into 3, because it is this 3 into 3 rule that gives equal opportunity to everyone to speak. That's why here it's a very clever rule, and it creates equal participation. And that too without directly addressing to one who is dominating the discussion. Therefore, 3 minutes, after every 3 minutes, another speaker should speak, And the next three means that when three participants will complete their talk, then another speaker or another participant should speak. Now, next rule is A and A rule. The A and A rule says that instead of judging ideas, people should focus on adding to ideas or providing alternatives. The two A stands for adding and alternatives, which makes this rule easy to remember. This rule is particularly helpful in brainstorming, where the judging of ideas can be detrimental to the process. Now, this is very important. Sometimes we judge people, sometimes we judge ideas in a very negative way or in a very disapproving way. Therefore, one should remember A and A rule. A and A rule. It means A stands for adding. We should add new things to our ideas. If, for example, we have some idea on a topic, uh, and if we find that ideas pronounced by other people they are very beneficial, we should readily those ideas to our own idea. Therefore, it means that we can add to new ideas or we can add to our own ideas, and we can in this way we can find new alternatives. Here we should not remain adamant, or we should not outrightly reject other people's ideas or opinions. If you find opportunity that yes you can develop or you can add new things to your ideas, you should accept those things readily. That's why one should citrus on A and A rule. That means adding and or finding alternatives. That means adding new things to your ideas and then finding new alternatives. The next one is explore interests, not positions. It's often difficult to reach an agreement in a meeting because some people are often dogmatic about their position. But if participants mutually explore the interest behind the positions, it becomes much easier to find a common ground. As I told you, that we should explore new interests, we should explore new ideas. We should not cling to our old ideas or old options. For example, if someone is holding an opinion about anything and he feels very adamant to alter or change his ideas, and such kind of manner is not good for any discussions. We should agree new things. If we find that our ideas they contradict facts or figures or numbers, we should readily change them. We should not become adamant. We should not outrightly reject new opinions or new ideas. In fact, discussion is to explore new ideas. As I told you, discussion in discussion, one gets exposed to new ideas, new opinions, new information. Therefore, one should not be hesitant to accept new ideas or new information. Use I state. Participation often fall into pattern of using language that generalizes assumptions and opinions for everyone. This causes friction because everyone's experience and expertise are different. Using I statement helps participation to speak for themselves and create more respect for everyone's unique point of view. It's very good to maintain a very congenial atmosphere of a discussion. Why should one should use first person pronoun I? For example, here one should not uh, generalize, or one should not speak for everyone in a group discussion. For example, if I am one participant in group discussion, I should speak for myself. Therefore, if I want to speak for myself, surely I have to use first person pronoun, that's I. We should not generalize, because when we generalize things in a discussion, it creates a conflict, it creates a skirmish. Therefore, to avoid this conflict, this skirmish, one should speak for himself. And the better way to speak for himself is to use first person pronoun I. That's why participation often falls into patterns of using language that generalize assumptions and opinions for everyone. This causes friction because everyone's experience and expertise are different. Using I statement helps participation to speak for themselves and create more respect for everyone's unique point of view. It means that in a group discussion, we can't thrust our ideas uh, on the whole group. We should not generalize our ideas. We should not speak for others. If I am propounding some ideas, I should be responsible for those ideas. And I should speak for myself. Therefore, it's better to use first person pronoun I. Now, the next one is tolerate and teach and don't shame and blame. This is very important. This rule emphasizes that it's important to be patient with other people, especially if they are unfamiliar with the topic or issue. In those moments, it's better for participants to share knowledge with each other instead of being critical and blaming others for their lack of knowledge. Now, this rule, tolerate and teach, don't shame and blame. In any group discussion, we should give importance to others, or we should be patient with other people. Mainly, if those people are not familiar with the topic or the issue, we should not blame them. We should not shame them. In those moments, it's better for participants to have share knowledge with each other. Yes, we can share our knowledge with them. We can encourage them to learn new things about the topic instead of being critical or blaming them. That's why we should be. That's why I say tolerate and teach. We should be very much tolerant towards others or towards other member of a group. At the same time, if people don't know about anything about the topic, or if they have little knowledge about the topic, we should teach them, or we should encourage them to read more and more about the topic. We should not blame them, we should not shame them, we should not humiliate them. Now, the next one, the last one is be the crew, not the passenger. in general, meetings are better if more people participate and take responsibility for discussion and decision. Be the crew, not the passenger, highlights the value of actively contributing to the meeting instead of falling back into the role of an observer. Be the crew means one need to be a leader. One need to be very active participant of group discussion. Don't be like any other observer. When we say be the crew, not the passenger, it means that we should actively participate in group discussion. But at the same time, one need to keep this thing in mind that when we say that we should actively participate in the group discussion, it doesn't mean that we should be very dominant, assertive. No, it means that we can, in a very modest way, we can be the leaders, or we can actually participate in a discussion rather than become a passive observer. That's why we say be the crew, not the passenger. Participate actively. Because here in the group discussion, when we actively participate in group discussion, it consciously or unconsciously it whets your personality, or it sharpens your personality, it sharpens your leadership qualities. That's why one need to be the crew, not the passenger. These are the different references for further reading. It was all about the group discussion, its benefits, and the prerequisites of group discussion. And the last but not least, that means the silent features of group discussions. We will meet in next video with another topic. Till then, goodbye.
Like, share, and subscribe. Hit the bell icon for more updates.